Getting fine precision with the sliders in ZBrush used to be hard to do. Then in one of the updates, they quietly added the ability to move sliders with a soft touch to get very fine control over the settings. So let's see how it works. So let's say you want to change the size of this model and you want to do it precisely with exact measurements. So let's go into the geometry palette and we'll open up size. And in here you can see the exact size of the object in X, Y, and Z. Now this X, Y, Z size, this is equal to the longest dimension. So whichever has the biggest number, X, Y, or Z, that's what we'll see here. And just grabbing this and scaling it will scale the entire object at once. So let's say we want to make this a little bit bigger, but let's say we need a very precise number like 2.735 or something like that. Let's say it needs to be 3D printed at this exact size. So it can be really hard to get exactly that right number. I mean, we could type it in here now, 2.735. But let's say that we want to be a little bit more precise with the slider. So what we can do is click and drag on the very top edge of the slider here. And when we do that, it goes into a special mode where we can control this much more precisely. So let's say we want one of the other measurements, like the X size, to be a precise number. Now, if we type a precise number into just the X size alone, what happens is it only scales in this one dimension. So if we want to scale the entire thing, but we want a precise value in a dimension other than the longest dimension, it's going to be really useful to use the sensitive slider mode. So let me hit Control Z to undo that. And now let's just grab on the top edge of this slider. Sometimes you have to click it twice. And now we can get a much more precise measurement here. And just watching that X size, we could get it to, I don't know, let's say 1.213 or something. There we go. Okay, so this sensitive slider mode works for most sliders, not all of them. Some of them don't really have the ability to have precise values, so sensitive mode won't really be useful in those circumstances. But it's pretty simple, and it makes it a lot easier to get precision results.